Hello and welcome to my hobonichi weeks. I've made a couple more videos about my setup and I think finally I've gotten somewhere with this. I know I always say, how much planning is necessary. A lot, okay, because I love this. In 2024, I used a Hobonichi Home, which is a hardcover A6 book actually, and next year, for 2025, I have a weeks as well as an avec system in the A5 size. So I upscaled because I felt that I didn't have enough space. There are two very distinct uses for these. The weeks is a planner. My avec is like my diary and my self-journal, so anything in relation to me. This also contains other people's stuff, appointments, work, etc. This is my carry-around. Let's take a look at it. So for reference, I guess I'll cover up at the beginning. Sorry, starting strong. I gifted a Hobonichi Weeks to my boyfriend and I set it up the same. His has a letter in the back and I made a card for him, but his is steel gray and it's the mega because he has bigger handwriting than I do. And I put like a little card in the front flap. It's the same picture and it's like decorated with stickers. But I don't want to flash our faces, so just covered up for now. This page is like, in my opinion, illegal to put anything on, so don't put anything on it. Last year I put chicken stickers on it, which is fine. Chickens are exempt from the rule. They're really cute stickers. Anyway, this layout, I am going to do the same as I did last year. So what I had done is I marked on November 3rd when I guess ordered my home, my Hobonichi home, and when I started using it. So here I've done the same thing. I also marked in when I got my pens, when I met the Hobonichi team, which was at a Jet Pens event. Actually I have a video about that. It's a great time. A lot of fun, way too short. And when I gifted Micah, which is my boyfriend, his week's mega. So I think I could probably mark in when we can start using it. So I anticipate a few big things happening in the year, and basically it's the type of thing that like affects me, like my life or in some kind of way, or it's like a marker for me. So this is a marker for me because I shared my hobby, and then this is kind of cool to see like my habits in the community. Maybe next year I'll purchase another fountain pen, who knows, or maybe I'll sell one. I don't know that yet, so that would be kind of like a bigger thing to mark, or just any event. Like I had a personal event here that was huge and affected my life, and I marked it in this calendar. But it's just a circle with a little dash because there's the space to do so. So I also put something for the future. This would be for this year. I don't really use 2026 like at all. I mean, if I do, then I'll mark it, but these two events are things that I have to plan in advance, okay? I'm not just gonna like one day wake up and be like, all right, I'm going to Germany. Like, this is with extended family, this is my immediate family, and also like, you wanna plan towards these things. Like, do I have my flight booked? Not yet, so something to consider, something that takes a little longer. Maybe even some sort of goal or launch date. I can put that here. Up next is the habits page. So this is the entire year spanning 2 pages, and you have the entire year also vertically. So I've put it as my health planner. As much as I say that the avec is supposed to be for me, I think it's good to have a reminder in various places. Like, if things are too concrete, then I don't think it's like mentally healthy. So for example, if I'm doing my work, it doesn't mean that I don't get to use a pen that I like. I'm going to use my pen that I like because it reminds me of my hobby while I'm at work. Same here. This is supposed to be for planning, but I'm going to track a personal thing here, which is my step count. It's also incredibly satisfying to see it. So the goal is here, I have color codes for 3 to 6K, green is 9 to 13K, and then purple is 12 or 16, 20, and 23. And then at the top, I'm gonna have trips or workout or treatment or something that I have to keep in mind and that might, like, in a few words explain as to why those numbers are the way that they are. So these are the ones that I'll use, and I'll maybe mark it in later, or maybe I'll wait until November, end of November. But I have these Muji pens, which I made a video about, but olive green, lilac, and smoky apricot, or smoky apricot. Okay. So these ones are the ones that are going to be marking it, and I'll just put it at the top, like this, probably across here, and then in here I'll just write some explanation or some small blurb as to what happened. Like, for example, on a trip, like when I was in Vancouver, I walked a lot, so I just write trip to Vancouver, or like maybe I got some treatment done or an injury, oh, injured, or something like that. Or fitness fanatic, I don't know, something. But try to keep it fairly simple so that I know big events, steps, monthly. So what is this monthly all about? I'm putting in where. This is my one for weeks, which I do want to cover a part of it. Essentially, for the monthly, there are a couple like parts that I want to cover. Up here, I want to put my location next to the day. I put my location because I don't always stay at home. Sometimes I travel or I'm staying elsewhere. I want to put that at the top. Usually if I'm somewhere only for during the day, I'll write it in the box. Another thing is on the top here, I used to have a running to-do list, which earlier last year I wasn't capable of a whole lot. So this was just my running to-do list for like the entire month, not daily tasks, just like bigger tasks. I could continue to do that and just stick with like a larger goal, but I decided not to turn this into a running to-do list. So at the bottom here, I'm gonna put recurring bills, or maybe things in the mail, or paydays that I'm waiting on. At the bottom here, I can put my what's it called? Oh, my fish tank. I have a reef tank. I can put some information here about it, like statistics on the measurements, if I measure my water parameters, something like that, or maybe like a little blurb about my car, some big changes or things that I did. I will probably not write them here, I'll just add a little detail. I also considered putting it in the notes page in the back, so we'll see how that goes. I think in the notes page I wouldn't put something like mileage, so probably at the bottom I would just put the mileage on my car or something like that. So that would be here. And let's see, I do have some things written. So something that I want to put is like when my car registration is due and birthdays, so I'll just put that in like red. And event, or something like how do I explain, like I think just event or something that is happening would be in blue. So my location at the top is temporary, I'd say, so that will go in blue. Oil changes in blue, like a home event or a friend or family's event. I don't think I would put this in the main. I would put this in. So the stuff in black would be like work shift, appointments, or certain calls I've scheduled. I'm gonna have some classes that I've scheduled, and bigger things that I'm like, that needs to pop out. You know, this needs to stand out. This needs to be something where I have to attend someplace or prepare for it. That would go in black. I think probably like my homework due. I might put like school in a different color. New color. To use in my weeks, or I might just put it inside of a pouch. Right now I have in this pouch like all my sticky notes and stuff, so I might just add my pens in there. Although I like the Stubbo. So I'm probably gonna put that in there. So I'll pick out another color for my gel pens, probably like purple or something. Or something to match. Ooh. What is this? Like a beige, maybe like a green. Oh, maybe I could find a green. Oh my gosh, I have green gel pens. Okay, I'm getting all excited now. Okay. I also have a marker here, and I will say that I don't have a tab on this page, and I have a feeling like I'll be turning back to it quite a lot. And I think the reason I don't have a page for that is because, welcome to the week section, it kind of takes up a lot of space here. Do you see that? It bleeds into the next block, which, if I look here, it's not allowed to bleed into the next block. But I'm not gonna cut it. Wait, how is it? Is it like the same? Does it stick out the same amount? They're not the same shade of yellow. It's supposed to match inside of these flowers. Do you see this? January 2026. Oh my god. What will I be doing? There's all these months here that in my home I used for swatching all my fountain pennings, but I really don't want this to get too bulky, so I think I'll just leave them blank and stay, like, you know, kind of classy. I just don't want to be like insane in these pages. Feeling a little insane though, flipping through here. Just love it. So here we are, November 25th. So excited. I don't have a tab there because this tab's actually for the start of the year. See? I don't want a million tabs. Get away. I don't want to see any tags. Like, I can't like flip through with the little thing. It's too small. I don't want it as of right now. So it's not for me personally. Didn't mean to get irritated. But over here, what I was thinking about doing is putting my location here, but I feel like it's a little bit like here. I feel like it's a little redundant. So if you notice, there's some notches here, and I may or may not split up the page. Like, this will be a block, and then this will be a huge section, and I think I might actually stick to that, and I might do that, and then I'll write something here, like, to note. Suppose this is a lot. Bigger bills that need to be paid, I'll put them in a checkbox to show that either they are done or not done, but I might just keep that in the monthly section and like not be too worried about it here. I do want to put like a big event of the day recap so that it might be nice to like look back on it, because my handwriting's pretty small and I doubt I'm going to take up the whole space. So I could just put like an event or what I was doing, you know, like a big thing that distinguished that day. So it's easy for me to flip through and look back, because I do consider this archival, you know? In one of my other jobs where I would go to the same location every day, I would have like a target goal before the weekend and then after the weekend, so I could just like write that out and then I could see it change over the weeks. So this isn't as niche as it may seem. Over here, I changed my mind on cooking and on workouts because I feel like this is a planner and I'm not going to plan my workouts. I'm sorry. That's not the way I am with the way that my body is right now. I'm not doing that. So I do love cooking, but I'm not going to put that here because that's going to go in my avec. Payday would be nice, but again, that might just go into the monthly. Package ETA, monthly. Did I write that? Oh yeah, package, payday, bills. Okay, that's fine. Due date, heads up for bigger project deadlines. I don't mind rewriting that because the thing is, if I rewrite this, I can see it in my week because I'll spend a decent amount of time here, so I can base my to-do list based off what I see here. Whereas package ETA, like those things change, you know? So, we'll see. If I'm really excited, maybe I'll write it. The top or trackage of location, don't even know what I'm talking about there. Ongoing to do, call, app, fix. I mean, I don't want to keep my to-do list in here, but it might end up being in there. Food in the fridge, that's big. I like to make a little list. If I'm gonna be cooking, I like to make a little list of food in the fridge and then stuff that I'm gonna cook. So maybe I have a running list of stuff that I cannot forget that are in the fridge or in the freezer that I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to use that, but I'm not like thinking about it, you know, or it's like shoved in the back. Also promises I made. Promises made, that's fine. Promises made is a big one because sometimes you promise somebody something and it just like escapes your mind immediately after, and I have a bad habit of doing that, and I'm trying to kick that bad habit, as well as not texting my friends. I have a bad habit of not texting my friends. So this is going to go on my avec as well as my weeks because I need a reminder. It's not that I don't care, it's that I'm bad at it. Buy sell log, that would be kind of cool, but I will actually loop back to this. This is gonna go in the notes. Completely illegible. Tough moment, cool thing, proud. I do want to keep that in the notes pages because that pretty much sums up your week as well. Nail color, no, that's gonna go in my avec. Wash the car, that's a good one. Flight information, perfect. Fish tank, yes, 100% yes. That's like what the space is for. Because I had a separate book. It was actually my to-do list, like undated diary backwards was my fish tank information. Oh yeah, I get like little YouTube recaps. That might be good to keep track. So if you want to subscribe, you can, or leave me a comment. They make me so happy, and I will respond back to you. Friend chats, I already wrote that one. Line on the left, sure. The 2/3 would be good. Overall to do on sticky note. Oh yeah, okay, this is a good one. So I'm gonna cover up the price because it's embarrassing. I don't know why I bought this. This is MD paper sticky notes. Oh, now I remember why I bought this. I love it so much. Look at this beautiful cream paper. MD paper made in Japan. Oh. Oh. Anyway, so I'm gonna take one of these sticky notes and I will put it on like this part here. Have like a running sticky note. And if it's not gonna be this one, I'll take this one, this one's from Muji, which is way more affordable. It does kind of crinkle. Both are equally not very sticky. Let's see. What can I say about this? This box is actually 4mm, I think, and the hobonichi grid is like 3.7, I think. Or is this 5? This might be 5mm. And I don't know what this is. Oh, this is also 5mm. So these are both the same grid size. I would say so. So I could use either one, whichever one, whatever. So now we're going to go to the back, which is kind of satisfying. Oh, I'll get to that in a sec. Here's my notes page. I haven't indexed it yet. I don't want to write in it too much, but you'll see in a sec that I wrote in it and I regret that. Does anyone else feel like extreme guilt writing in their planner before getting started? I don't know why I feel that way. I have a tab here because this is my sample page. Here's Ink Studio 123, which clearly I was running out of. I don't know why I used that. Basically, I always like to have a page where like other people can write, or just test page, or check something out. It's very useful actually. Like maybe I go to the store and I want to try a pen, or I go to an event and I want to swap something. Friend hangout, Facebook hangout, like whatever, I can write on here. And I might actually just keep all these pages as sample pages, and then I can go from there on out. So I have some things here. I wanted to do a car page because I have a lot of pages back here. I'm gonna do a car page. I'm gonna do a buy and sell page of my own items. I'd like to do a books read, movies record, and I don't care. I don't want to put it in the avec. I want the full year. The full year. And I could probably put these two together because I don't anticipate filling in every single one. So maybe with like an icon or something. So I was considering adding like a payday with date thing, but I really didn't want to. Add in like the money in. I do want to put like some sort of spending actually. So I think I might actually put that in one of these, but I wanted to put it in my avec. I was really considering putting it in my avec, but now I'm considering putting it in my weeks. I might just put it in my spending, like there, or maybe I'll just put it here and like split this line. So that part I'm not sure about yet. I do want to keep it consistent though. Food for thought. I also want to have probably not a cleaning log because I clean so often that it would like be annoying. Activities changes, that might be nice so that I can just kind of replace the booklet that I have and I'll just fill in any like old events. I'll just retroactively fill that in. And let's see, sample page. Oh yeah, I want to have an empties page, and then I want to have a page for new stuff, and then I want to write like my thoughts on it. And this since I was in middle school, and then I like stopped tracking it, and it's like not as fun to not track it because it's like, ooh, like a little, like my little reviews are here. It's so fun, and I love to see what I got and like why. So then, oh yeah, we have these pages in the back, which are like favorites. I mean, I guess I could go through them. I actually use these pages like for real. Like I'll put a movie that I really loved or something that I like to watch for the year. But I kind of want to limit myself to like events I can't do again. So by that I mean like my favorite, like for example, when I was in Vancouver, my favorite cafe in Vancouver that like I can't find here. Whatever. This like singular like outstanding shop that I can only find in this location, or like a movie that for example, I never watch Bollywood, but I like this one Bollywood movie, so I'm gonna write that one down. Like this one stood out to me. It was something that was out of the ordinary, and the reason why I like doing this is because I like to do something new once a month because it's good for your mind, very good for stimulation. So actually probably end up erasing this and putting some really nice lettering here that I haven't quite decided on, but I'm gonna do some typography here. Let's see. And then here we have my 100, which last year I put stuff that I wanted, and I really went insane. Like I just wrote like literally everything. Like I put stuff that I maybe knew I wasn't gonna get right away, but like maybe. So if you have a thing that you do with this, I know one girl on the Hobonichi website put like her 100 cosmetics, stuff that they favorite. Some people put 100 things you did. Here you go. If you have a good new way of using this, please let me know. I'm very curious. Then in the back there's a little bit of personal information as well as non-personal information, such as this. There's also a 365 days checkoff sheet, which is really hard to keep track of. And it's like, I don't know which day of the year it is. Now I clipped with a little washi strip. So, that is my avec. Thank you for watching. I have nothing else on it because I don't want all this stuff on my cover. Thank you for watching. If you have those suggestions like I was asking about, that'd be great. Take care. If you have something special to share about your hobonichi in the comments, please tell me. Bye.